Paul Dioen here for Law School Success, Frequently Asked Questions and Questions You Should Ask. We're making this series of videos for a simple purpose to give you a solid foundation of what you need to do in law school to become successful. We will save you time, money, and effort, and we always promise to be completely truthful with you in everything that we convey to you and the information and secrets that we talk about. Law school can be difficult, law school can be hard, or law school can be very easy. Don't make it hard on yourself. You're in the right place to become a law school success. Let's get started. Frequently asked question number 8. Is class participation important? We're going to go over our brief but laconic answer, discuss why the vast majority of profs are lazy, what you need to do in class to maximize your time, what to do when the class moves off point or to war stories, and to recap about your class notes, how you should be taking class notes. Is class participation important? And the resounding answer is no, period. That's an easy one, huh? Let's explain why, though. The vast majority of profs are lazy. It is too much real work to grade class participation. Profs don't know who you are. They could care less who you are. They have no idea who you are when you're taking a test. So consequently, as long as you participate in class, if you're called on, if you have something to throw back at the prof, even if it's mediocre, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get any better skills participating in class or arguing with the prof or playing the Socratic method games. Those games, those methods don't work. They've never worked. Okay? If you look at the Socratic method, all it brought us was the four basic elements: earth, wind, air, fire, and water, whatever. Okay? And the scientific method is vastly better, believe me. Okay? The Socratic method is the lazy ways person to do something. And the reason the profs do it is because it's easy to pick on somebody who doesn't know any law. They know the law, or they're supposed to know the law. So consequently, it's real easy to pick on somebody and ain't going to expand your mental abilities with some epiphany on some thought process that's supposed to occur. Everything occurs from memorize, apply, and dissertate. You internalize. You learn to synthesize thought once you know how to, you've already memorized the stuff, you already know how to apply it. Synthesis comes next. Okay, that's the real learning process. So the vast majority of profs are lazy. It's too much real work to grade. What do? Sit in the back of the class. Shut your trap. Listen. When you're applying the law, that's all that's going on in class. You listen. You never volunteer to speak. It isn't worth the time of the day. No matter how bad you want to talk about something, shut up, sit in the back of the class. You're doing memorization, application, and dissertation. That's all class is about. The application of the law. You sit and you listen to what other people are saying when they're actually applying the law. What do you do when the class moves off point or to war stories? And that happens about 50% of the time. The discussion in class will have nothing to do with the law or the application of the law. So what do? Well, you've got a lot of memorization to do. So if you have your canned outline, you have your exam writing definitions, you're trying to memorize stuff, what do you do during class? Instead of taking copious notes, what you do is you do memorization drills. You write out all the definitions. You do questions and answers on the same topic that's being discussed in class, and you re-engage in the class again when the material moves right on point again. Okay, that's all you do. You will find that your class time is valuable study time. You will do a third of your memorization drills right in the class as it's ongoing. When everybody else is sitting there scribbling all kinds of notes, you're going to be scribbling like a fiend too, but you're going to be writing out the definitions, okay, that you need to memorize to help you internalize them. So don't waste your class time. Use that class time to gain a lot of memorization. Again, on your class notes, if you listen to our prior stuff about canned outlines, if you have your canned outline, you've got 100% of the law. So you're already 40 points ahead of everybody else who only is going to do 60% if they follow what's going on in class. But your class notes about cases should be very brief. Oh, this case is about manifestation of contractual intent. So if you want to make notes about class, then you just put the little note by manifestation of contractual intent and the case name, Doe v. Doe, whatever the name of the case is, just slap it in there, and you know exactly what that case is about. The facts of the case help you memorize or recognize the issues related to the case, but you don't need to take notes about any of that stuff. That stuff just comes to you, particularly if you memorize the definitions. All this stuff, all the facts and how to analyze them becomes part of your subconscious and you actually internalize, and then you actually start thinking like a lawyer. Class notes, very brief, to the point. When class moves off discussion, then you do your memorization drills. So again, is class participation important? Absolutely not. Vast majority of profs are lazy. It's too much real work to grade class participation. Your goal is to sit in the back of the class, you listen, you never volunteer to speak, you use the MAD study method, and when class moves off point, guess what? It's memorization time. You cannot waste that time in class when they move off point. You have to use it to memorize. And if you do, you'll find out that there is enough time in the day to do everything. And then again on your class notes, the vast majority of all your class notes should be very simple, locating the case into your outline and where the case belongs in your outline or in your exam writing definitions. Or a little simple note too here about the prof got all excited about this or said this will be on the test. That's it. Okay, it's just that simple. Paul D. Owen, Law School Success, frequently asked questions and questions you should ask. Thanks for listening to the lecture. Hope we conveyed some valuable information to you to save you time, money, and effort. Go to the site at www.bsmsphd.com. You can get all the rest of the lectures for free by just subscribing, and we even have some free offers for you for if you're a 1L law student. So go to the site at www.bsmsphd.com, sign up, get the rest of your lectures for free and some free product. Paul D. Owen, Law School Success. You've come to the right place.